Hi, a very good morning. This is Jaslin once again every Thursday 8 a.m. with you, and this is from Simply Nature, Healthy and Sexy, and I'm back with you finally after 2 weeks. I was away in Cebu, and then we have many things going on, and finally I'm back with you guys on Thursday morning 8 a.m. Alright, so before I start, I just want to greet everyone my friends in Singapore, 大家早上好. Friends in Hong Kong, 大家早晨. Hope you guys are doing good there. Hanging there, right? I believe things will turn around for good. Also, to all my friends in the Philippines, maganda umaga and welcome back. Alright, so before I start, I would like to share it on my page first. It's been a while that the last few episodes I've been checking on the 5 things that we talk about in life, and that is things that will affect you day in and out 24/7. Your clothes, your shelter, the food that you eat, the water that you drink, and none other than the air that we breathe. Alright, so this week I'm going to do a little bit off track. I'm going to do something different. I was in this health conference in Cebu, and I had a great time, and I realized there's a lot of things that I need to share in terms of food. So I'm back on food again, and I truly believe that food is 80% or probably 90% of our life. The illnesses, the condition of our health, very strongly depending on the things that you put in your mouth. So I was just reading the article about this teenager in the UK that was living on just junk food for 3 years, and that really later caused his sight issue, which is like blindness. So it was very shocking. Truly, 90% of the time our health very depending on the things that we put in our body. So here I am today. I'm going to share with you what are the 10 things that you should not do immediately after your meal. Alright, so it's more of a habit that we want to cultivate so that we do not fall under the situation of health issue in the later part of your life. So it's important to maintain a good lifestyle, right? In order to keep our body fit and healthy. Just as breakfast is important, which I haven't had mine yet, daily meal, dinner is a key as well, right? A lot of people talk about, we should have a heavy breakfast and a lighter dinner. It's not so much that what you're going to eat that I'm not going to talk about. I think it's just a habit that you form right after your meal, and I think very important, a right habit that you must form right after your dinner, right? So dinner provides the body with essential nutrients as well, right? It needs to function while you are asleep. Okay, a healthy light dinner or a not so heavy dinner helps you have a sound and restful sleep. So these are the things that I'm going to touch on. Hi Carol, hi, yeah, morning everyone in Sorry Woman. It's been a while. I'm back with you guys. Hope you guys enjoy my sharing so far. And on top of that, dinner is the most likely meal or group activity that's giving you interaction with your family, because after work, after school, everybody gather. But I'm not too sure about now. People are going dinner out every time, not so much at home because we're too busy at work, too busy in school. No helpers at home to help you make a delicious dinner, so you're probably doing a dinner at home, outside your home. Alright, and once again, anything outside your home, there's no control what you're going to put into your food, the kind of ingredients, the preservative, the salt and sugar, and they're going to use for your cooking. It might not be as healthy as home cooked food. Alright, so but however, most people often ignore the fact that a healthy meal before retiring for a day, actually also they make poor choices in their dinner menu. So as I said, 80% green, 10% carbo, 10% protein will be a pretty better combination. So of course there's a lot of healthy experts that recommend having dinner at least 4 to 5 hours before going to bed. So I'm not sure how possible it is in today's world. Alright, a lot of people get knocked off pretty late Some of you get knocked off at 7, 8, some even at 10. I'm not sure even you had dinner at that point, or you probably thinking of dinner only after work. So honestly, truly, for people that knock off work after 8, and then you're left with 9, 10, 11, 12, after 8, and by then you get to the dinner table, it's already 9. Please stay with a very light dinner, alright? Light dinner, like salad, soup kind of thing, soupy stuff. Moreover, there are many things that we do before and after your meal, like taking a bath, watching your show, having a puff of smoke for some of the smoker out there. Let me share with you the 10 healthy things to remember before and after your dinner, alright? So are you guys ready? 10 items that you should avoid doing after your dinner, alright? Or before your dinner. So, I mean, this is the do's and don'ts I'm going to share with you, right? Number 1, the good things about drinking water. I've shared on like probably 4 episodes on talking about just why we should be always be hydrated, what kind of water will be good for you, and so on and so forth. So after dinner, it's best to have a glass of warm water, right? Warm water. Just had one. Warm water before or after a meal actually aids your digestion, alright? This glass of water keeps you and prevent you from overeating, in fact. Okay, from overeating, in fact. So you can sip water a little during your meal, but to avoid drinking too much water, as you can also impair your digestion. So I'm just talking about drinking a glass of water before and about 30 minutes after your meal, just to keep your digestion and the food breakdown much better. Alright, so that's number 1. Number 2, do not sleep immediately after your dinner. Alright, these are a lot of bad habits, among kids. They will probably lie down on the couch, lie on the floor right after the food. Do not do that. Lying down after the meal can slow down your process of digestion. Common sense, right? And and some of you after dinner is so tempted because you're so full, all the energy has gone to your stomach because it's trying to do processing, and you suddenly felt so tired and you're so tempted to just go to the bed and sleep right away. No, alright? No. You may feel bloated, alright? And this can actually lead to heartburn, in long run if you're not careful. Wait at least 2 to 3 hours, as I said, 3 to 4 hours before meal, and then 2 to 3 hours after meal before you going to bed. So during this time, you can actually do something at home, walk your dog, which I did every night, do your dishes, prepare the things that you need for the next day, spend time with your kids. Well, you can watch your TV, alright? Just sit there and don't sleep, alright? This is to prevent you from collapsing on your bed or on your sofa. Just watch something that's exciting, alright? Or not so much, but keep you entertained for the next 2 to 3 hours. So number 3, as I said, walk a dog, take a stroll, take a short walk of probably 15 to 30 minutes, but not the intensive one, alright? Really, so that you can start to wind down, you can do your reflection during your walk. It's a good exercise, by the way. Prevent your body from bloated stomach or upset tummy. Do go for a walk, alright? So that was number 3, things that you should do after your meal, alright? But the things that you shouldn't do after your meal, avoid heavy exercise. Some of you might be thinking that I should eat early at probably 6 or 7, and then you exercise at 8 because the gym is still open. But that's a bad idea, alright? According to the health expert, exercise immediately after your meal is going to increase the chance of stomach pain and cramp in later part, especially if you are doing a late night cardio session. You will raise your body temperature significantly, alright? And then this is going to prevent the release of melatonin, which is the hormones that's going to regulate your sleep and wake cycle. So are you still going to have a heavy exercise after your meal is not a good idea, right? So do your exercise first, then rest a while before you have your dinner. That will be a better choice. All right, so there you go. Number 5, do not brush your teeth right after your meal. Why? Okay, I just realized that also this year. I was reading an article on maintaining better teeth, because I just cannot imagine myself doing denture at a very early age, which some of my friends already did, or doing implant. I can't stand that idea of drilling something and doing some drilling on your mouth. It's like, blah. So I decided to make sure that I will have a set of wonderful teeth as long as I can. Alright, so that's why I was doing a lot of reading about keeping a set of wonderful teeth so that I could still enjoy the food I eat, right? So do not brush your teeth right after your meal. And this is a habit that I noticed in the Philippines, that a lot of you guys actually brush your tooth, every meal, alright? This is a good habit, but not immediately. So the reason is, I'm going to read it out, because when you have consumed food, especially something that is acidic, you should avoid brushing your teeth for about after 30 minutes. Food that contain citric acids like oranges, grapefruits, meat, lemon, and so forth, it can soften your tooth enamel, right, for a while, and brushing it right after can damage that part of your teeth, while it can actually continue to weaken the state. So brush your teeth after 30 to 45 minutes, alright? This is according to the Dental Association of the world, and it is recommended that, of course, you should brush your teeth before you sleep, but not right away after your meal, right? So this is just to neutralize the pH of your mouth, keeping your teeth clean and healthy. Number 6, do not smoke right after your meal, which is pretty common among smoker out there, alright? If you agree with me, I'm not sure how many smoker is listening right now, but please do not smoke right after your meal, alright? But do resist the urge. Smoking is bad all the time, but it's even worse right after your meal. Hi James, thank you for coming on. Smoking right after the meal, after your meal, alright? Any meal, I'm not just talking about dinner, but smoking right after your breakfast, lunch, dinner, alright, will actually increase heartburn, and that is very bad for smoker out there, right? Hi. And smoking worsen the irritable bowel syndrome and can cause stomach ulcer if you are smoking right after your meal. I mean, this research being done, you can always Google, right? So again, smoking has already proven to cause a lot of cancer, but please do not smoke right after your meal if you haven't quit smoking, alright? Because this is going to worsen your situations, and it's going to increase stomach cancer, alright? So number 7, avoid taking shower right after your meal, alright? This is something that we were taught when we were young by our parents. Scientifically, we have no understanding, but then I did some research, and a lot of health experts did encourage that do not bathe right after your meal, alright? That's the reason for it, because digestion requires a lot of energy, and a good amount of blood flow towards the stomach, alright? That's the reason why after every meal you are so sleepy, so tired, because all the energy has gone to the place for digestion. And when you take a bath or shower right after dinner, it causes your slight decrease in your body temperature, and that's the reason why it will affect your digestion, alright? Because you need that blood flow, and that's no good when you actually gone for a bath and you are decreasing the temperature. In fact, you should be increasing that temperature so that the blood can flow towards the digestion, alright? Get that? So what is a good time after your meal to go for a bath? Wait until 45 minutes later, alright? That will be a better choice. Number 8, I'm on number 8 right now. Okay, this is quite funny, alright? So do not, okay, there's 2 points on this number 8. All right, wear loose clothes when you're having a dinner. But a lot of us is outside, and if you're not home for dinner, you're probably taking a quick meal outside, and it's so hard because if you're wearing your tight fitting clothes, right, during your daytime, and you're in your best outfit, and then you're out for a dinner, and that's the reason why do not lose your belt during the dinner time, because that only means that you are too full and you're still eating. All right, putting a belt is actually giving you a point that you know that you are wearing well. You that's a max that your tummy should go, and that your body is already at the max. If you are eating too much, the belt there is to give you a gauge that you have eaten too much, and losing your belt is actually not going to help. All right, because it actually will how should I say, it would actually lead to bigger belly later part of your life. So try not to do that. All right, but of course that was my 9 point. All right, but wearing loose clothes because it helps to improve digestion. All right, so that's number 8, and not to lose your belt was number 9. So it's an interrelated reason. All right, so I'm here on number 10 right now. I'm finishing my tips for today. If you not listening the front part, do go to the YouTube channel, because I do download every episode for all my followers in case they miss out. Alright, so number 10, last but not least, do not eat fruits, citric fruits especially, right after your meal. Alright, because it's not going to help on your digestion as well, you know, because it's going to cause and hinder, because of the acid, it's going to hinder your digestion. It's going to slow down even further. In fact, it might cause you discomfort, especially for people with suffering from diabetics. You know, it's truly to avoid sugar already. So fruits actually has a lot of sugar content, and you are to avoid even more so after your dinner. Alright, so always have your fruits before your dinner. You know, that's where you already get your sugar content. Probably you already had fill up the stomach, you're not too hungry after that, and that's you're going to have a very light dinner. That will be a best combination. Alright, so brought to you once again, this is Jaslin every Thursday. Welcome back. If I'm going to follow my schedule, I should be having my 64 episode already. I've been with you guys for almost 1.5 years. I'm pretty impressed with myself that I stay on doing live. It's not easy coming up with topics. If you have ideas what you want me to talk about, do post on your comment. Alright, do comment if you have any other inputs and things that you want me to talk about. Follow on Shan on Tuesday. He's always on the topic on cancer, and probably we're moving on psoriasis, eczema. Of course, we're on the topic on diabetic all the time, because we know this situation is going to get worse. Worldwide issue. Alright, people suffering from degenerative disease, kids that is suffering from ADHD, and parents suffering from Alzheimer's and Parkinson. How are we going to resolve that in a natural way? Alright, so brought to you once again, this is from Simply Nature. This is Jaslin here every Thursday 8 a.m. Alright, so stay on tune, and thank you guys for watching. God bless you, and welcome back. Alright, click on every link that I provided, especially the link that talks about Simply Nature. Alright, so thank you once again, and see you guys. God bless you. Bye guys.